Hi guys! Today we are doing this DIY color correcting on the skin. I'm gonna tell you the best tips and tricks to get a most flawless base that you've ever had in your life with things that you already have at home. So make sure to watch all the way to the end to get all of the tips and tricks that I'm gonna be showing you guys. And also make sure to subscribe for 5 beautiful videos a week on beauty, lifestyle, and more. So let's get into it. So there's multiple ways that you can DIY color correcting. There is just straight up eyeshadow. I'm using this palette just because there's a lot of colors and then I can dim it down, you know, mix them and everything, and it's just gonna really look like a color corrector. I could be using white and green to really correct anything that is redness, anything acne, so that would be good for that. Then I would take this orange here with a little bit of white to dim it down because you don't want it too dark for my skin type. If you have a darker skin type, you could be going into this orange right here, or if you're even darker, you would go more towards like a brown with some red undertones in there. You know, you can really play and match with the eyeshadows. That's why it's a very versatile way to do color correcting. I would get purple right here and turn it into a lavender with the white right there, and then that would color correct anything of the redness, orange that you would have on your skin. And if you're like worried about choosing any color that you have, you can always refer to the color wheel. It's always a great tool to be like, okay, I have this, it's around this area, and then you would just take the opposite and then apply it to your skin. Since I have a skin that is a little bit more, I would say, dry, I decided to create my own color correctors. What I did is I take a little bit of the pigment from the palette, put it in my little palette, and I decided to put a little bit of the P. Louise base right in there. So I know this is an eyeshadow primer. This one is $15 US. It's not expensive. There's quite a lot of product in there. And the reason why I love to use this is that you can really let it dry down on your skin. There's enough moisture in it so it doesn't look kind of cakey under other stuff. And that's the trick. You really want to let it dry down before you do anything else. So I did my 3 colors. I did, you know, lavender for any orange in my face to brighten as well. I have some green, light green for my redness, and then I have some orange for under the eyes as well. Some people it might be better if it's kind of like a peachy type of tone, so that's why this is good. It has kind of like a little bit of pink in there because the P. Louise base that I took is in the shade Rumor 01. So it's like not completely white, but there's a little bit of peach in there. The other great tip that I could give you is instead of using an eyeshadow base, if you don't mind and if you don't need that long lasting effect, you can also use just a regular concealer and then mix it with eyeshadow powder to just really twist the shade of it, and it's just gonna work. Color correcting is a really great way to have a very flawless minimal makeup look. It does take more time to do it, and you really have to be careful with the amount of product that you put. So we are ready to roll for snatching this face with these DIY color correctors. So I'm gonna take the orangey color and I'm just dipping it the smallest amount possible, and then you're just gonna, you know, like blend it as much as possible like that. And it's better to go bit by bit, you know, like it's like take your time. And also I recommend you using something fluffy. So I could technically use an eyeshadow brush and then pat it in there, and it would look better than if I just took a flat brush, you know, because you don't want this to be in any way, shape, or form really thick under your eyes anywhere. Slowly but surely. So as you can see, my under eye is color corrected, and it's not even real color corrector. I just took the P. Louise base, and then if you want to see here, like I could put it here, and then as you can see, like it blocks off the color that I have. And since, like I told you guys, it's like eyeshadow primer, and this one's really good, especially for that. You could technically just buy their eyeshadow base that has already color in it. It's just doing your own colors might really be better for your own skin tone, and you can really play with the colors and everything. So of course, like if I leave out the door like that, it's gonna be very orange compared to the rest, but even that, it's really not that bad because it blends really well into the skin tone. And already I can tell that in my pan I made way too much. You want to blend it properly because when you apply the concealer foundation on top after that, you don't want anything to happen under there. We're gonna go into the purple, the lavender, which is a little bit darker than lavender when I did it. I'm just gonna blend it a bit here, and then this one I don't need a lot at all. And I have a little bit under here as well. It's like kind of like darker. So We're just gonna brighten this one. It's less delicate. You can just take like a flat brush and go over it like that. And then a little bit of the orange on top of my lip because of the grayish tone that I have because of these hair follicles that like to do their own thing. And then I'm gonna blend it into the purple so then it's more like unified. I'm wiping it off every time that I change color because it's really important. You don't want to like mix too much. And then in between, if you add a little color corrector on top of another one, you have to let it dry completely before you change the color, and it's something that is really, really important. I'm gonna go with that light green for the red, and I'm using the same brush. Oh my god, this looks crazy. And the nose, because it's literally always so I'm taking a light layer, as you can see, and I'm dragging it. And then if you think it's too red or like too green, you can always change the brush and then go for like a really fluffy one like this, and then just blend everything. It's all about working that color corrector in. And the good thing about using this eyeshadow primer or any eyeshadow primer on the nose is that it's going to block the oils from coming in as well, so that your nose makeup is just going to look better overall. So that's another tip and trick, and the reason why I like to use this instead of just color corrector by itself. I'm taking the little tiny brush to do that, and then you dab. You never want to like swipe, especially on your acne spots. And again, you're not supposed to cover everything. You know, you're still gonna be able to see the pimple. It's just because you want to neutralize it, so then when you apply your foundation or concealer on top, then it's just gonna be very flawless. Because if you put, I'm telling you, like everything and like a very thick layer of green, orange, or lavender, you're gonna be able to see it through your foundation, and you don't want that to happen, especially if your foundation is not full coverage. That's one thing you want to take care of. All right, so I put it kind of crazy now because thumbnail, you know what I mean? But I'm just gonna show you like if I blend everything in and then I put my everything. Like I like sometimes a good full coverage moment. So this is gonna be great. If you like really full coverage, you can do that as well. And it's literally gonna cover everything, blend everything. You can either go very slowly like I showed you guys, or you can just go full coverage crazy. You put it on, you blend it into your skin, and then you go on top with what you have. So as you can see, my face is kind of crazy. If you want to take more of your time and then really go into there and, you know, really color correct, so you really don't have to put a lot of makeup, you can do that too. So now, the best way to apply foundation and concealer after that is obviously to press it into the skin, because if you go and swirl it around, all the work that you did, if you didn't just do like that, is gonna get messed up right under there. So I think I'm just gonna place either this, like we're gonna use a brush, and the best foundation that you can have is obviously full coverage, or you can go into medium depending on the amount of, you know, color corrector, DIY color corrector that you put under your skin. I'm gonna be using something that is kind of dark. So I'm gonna use the Studio Sculpt SPF 15 from MAC Cosmetics, and the reason why is because it is very long wearing, and that's one thing that you want. And it's also a bit darker, since I kind of have like, I'm a bit darker because of the sun. So I feel like this is going to be a very, very good match. You can either take a sponge or a brush. But for that, I think I'm going to be taking a brush, because I'm going to be pressing that into my skin, and it's going to give me a bit more coverage. So we're going very, very slowly and lightly. Usually I would have to put 2-3 layers of that foundation on my skin. And as you can see, it is like covered, looks good. And you don't really see the acne. And look at this. This is really, really green. But then you put the foundation on top and you don't really see it anymore, you know? Because you are tapping it on top. And then after that, like as you can see, it's really good. The coverage, everything. It didn't take that long to put on my skin. Of course, it oxidizes a bit. This foundation is always a little bit darker. And I'm going to be taking a concealer now to really highlight under my eyes and some other areas. And I'm going to be taking the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. This one is one of my fave because it's so hydrating. So then I take a little brush. Look at this flawless base. I know I have this pimple right here. These are always harder to cover up anything that you do. So I would take just that concealer, or, you know, I have a little bit of foundation left, which is better because it's the same color that you have, and then you would go right on top. It's always better to go under first, and then on top, if ever there's any discoloration again still, then you go back a bit with the foundation, and it just covers up everything. Like, as you can see, my face has never been this flawless before, and I am living for it. Of course, it's a little bit more work than anything else, but let me tell you. And then if you want more brightening effect, then you would take a concealer that is a little bit lighter and then put it on top to the areas that you want. Always in a packing motion, because you don't want to move anything from your foundation. And the reason why now I am not using a sponge, it's because I can disrupt things that I already did. This is easy to pack into the skin, and this is going to absorb a bit of the product, so you might have color corrector coming out on your foundation if you're using a sponge. So I highly recommend you using a brush if you are using color corrector. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go finish off my face, look flawless, and then I will be right back to show you the end result. And this is the after. Oh my god, look at how flawless my skin is. My acne, even the pimples, they don't appear anything on this side either. My nose looks incredible, which is rare. My nose is just, oh my god, like, usually I have some red here, but now it looks absolutely amazing. My forehead too. The makeup goes on it super flawlessly. It is amazing, this trick. And the color corrector did not move at all because of the eyeshadow primer. I lost my words for a second because of the eyeshadow primer that I used. The P. Louise base in Rumor 01. This is a great one, and again, it is not drying because there's more moisture than other, you know, eyeshadow primers out there. So that's why I use this one in particular. Or I could just use straight up eyeshadow like this palette right here from Morphe. Of course, I have more of a drier skin type, so I do have to be careful with the amount of powder that I put on my skin. So that's why I decided to mix it with the P. Louise base. But if you just want a sheen, or you just have a little bit of discoloration, just using the powder by itself, like you would go with the orange here, and then, you know, you can just blend it out and then put liquid on top, and it would just look really, really amazing. It doesn't look cakey or anything. This is pure pigment, so you don't need that much on your skin. And that's the great part with eyeshadows, and you can just DIY it and create your own, which is amazing. So anyways, that is the final result. Tell me down below what you think about this DIY color corrector. Do you color correct usually, or do you not color correct? Do you just slap on foundation and concealer right on your skin, which what I usually do. But most of the time, if I don't have a full coverage situation, I'm gonna have some pimples coming through. So color correcting is always a great way to just hide these little bad boys that are coming out. I really hope that you liked this video, and if you liked it, make sure to like the video, put a thumbs up, share it with your friends with the DIY if you like it, and if you think that they would like it, and if you want like that flawless base and then you don't have a color corrector, a pimple came out one day, you just want to cover it up, this is a great way to do it without going out to the store just to buy a color corrector, which sometimes at the drugstore it can be hard, and in Sephora the color correctors are always super expensive. So subscribe guys. A lot of you guys are not subscribed, and it would really mean the world to me if you subscribe. It takes 1 second and it means the world to me. You are supporting me and my channel, and it makes it grow, and I just want to say thank you so much guys for everything, for watching, for subscribing, commenting down below. It really means the world to me. So I love you guys so much, and I will definitely see you in the next one. Bye guys.